their unit patch.
In Utica, and a very special weekend for the Utica Comets, honoring first responders in the area with a special Utica Police and Fire Department themed uniforms.
Yeah, let's head down to the Adirondack Bank Center right now, where Sports Director Spencer Davidson has more on these sweaters, offering a salute to local service members.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, a special weekend down here indeed. The Comets still hanging on to their dwindling playoff hopes, but this weekend really has more important matters than just the product on the ice or in the standings. I'm joined by a special guest, Rick Redmond, U.S. Army veteran and COO of Mohawk Valley Garden and the Utica Comets. And Rick, these ideas for these special uniforms and everything to honor the first responders. Can you just tell us how this idea came about and why you guys wanted to do this weekend here in April?
Yeah, absolutely, and thanks for being here. This weekend, both the game tonight and the game tomorrow night, resemble what we do for our military and our veterans. We wanted to do something special for the service and sacrifice of our first responders, our local law enforcement and firefighters, and that's what we're doing here this weekend. Tonight, we're going to pay a special honor to all the law enforcement here locally, paying a special tribute to the Utica Police Department with their chief involved and a lot of their officers involved. And then tomorrow night's game, 7 o'clock, same thing, but we're going to turn the table and recognize firefighters. Their chief will be here. Chiefs from other departments in the county will be here. So it's a great honor to take care of those folks that have service and sacrifice to the community.
And what went into the design for the uniforms? Who designed them? What were you guys trying to reflect in these uniforms? The police that were in the police uniforms tonight, the firefighter uniforms tomorrow.
Yeah, we've tried to mold their patch, their unit patch, if you will. The Utica Police Department's crest, the same thing with the Utica Fire Department. Eric Wyatek, our graphic designer that does great work, does these things 8 to 10 times a season, put great effort into it. And this one, makes a lot of sense and has a lot of pride for us personally, even if you're not involved with one of those two agencies, because we all grew up in this area, and those are the folks that are on the other end of the phone if you need them.
Yeah, do you have your eye on either one of them? Which one do you
I like the Utica Police Department one the best, yeah.
Very
absolutely.
Cool. And these will be auctioned off?
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. So we're taking care of those officers and firefighters, their families. We're doing puck drops, ceremonial tributes, color guards. We have folks, their kids, their families on our bench buddies. We have them on our hot rod, ceremonial hot rod. And then at the end of each game, we're going to auction them off, and we're going to give the proceeds of that auction to those two departments.
Good stuff. Rick, thank you so much. Thank you for your service, and thank you for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, buddy.
Guys, special weekend here. We're going to have plenty more on this coming up later tonight, and then coming up at 6, I'll have more on the matchup between the Thunderbirds and the Comets. I'll send it back up to you.
All right, that's awesome.
All right, thank you, Spencer. The new Buffalo Bills Stadium under construction.
Good evening, here live at the Adirondack Bank Center for Hockey Night in Utica as the Comets get set to take on the Springfield Thunderbirds. They'll be honoring first responders in our area this weekend, so a very special weekend coming up. The team will be wearing Utica-themed special uniforms for Utica Police in tonight's contest, and Utica Fire-themed uniforms tomorrow night against the Providence Bruins. These game-worn jerseys will then be auctioned off to benefit the Save of the Day Foundation as well as local police and fire organizations. So definitely a special weekend ahead, and for the Comets, the sirens are definitely blaring. Just 8 games remaining in the regular season, 6 here at home, and while Utica's playoff hopes are not done, they are certainly on life support. Coming into the night, Utica still in the basement with 12 points out of the 5th and final playoff spot with 61 points in the standings. The most they can get, even if they win out, is 77 points. The 4th place Syracuse Crunch, you can see, just 3 points away from that. The 5th place Cleveland Monsters, just 4 points from that total. Once all the teams above that cut line that you see get to 78 or more, the Comets will officially be eliminated from a postseason bid. So right now it's just head down and hope for some help. Utica still has to win these games to give themselves any chance. They come in on a 3-game winning streak and meet the Thunderbirds for their only meeting here at the Aud this season. In their previous matchup, the Comets did beat the Thunderbirds 3-2 in Springfield back in November. Now, the Comets arena mate Utica University men's ice hockey team just ended their season as national runners-up, and today some movement with some of their players as one of their standouts is joining the Comets organization in a matter of speaking. Utica forward Jacob Brohl has signed an amateur tryout contract with the ECHL's Adirondack Thunder, the Comets affiliate out of Glens Falls, the team announced today. The 25-year-old just finished his final season at Utica U, where he had 37 points in 31 games played. In 3 seasons with the Pioneers, he registered 91 points in 81 career games. Now this after the Pioneers captain Brian Scoville signed with the Peoria Rivermen of the SPHL. Scoville spent 4 seasons here in Utica after transferring in from Division I's Alabama Huntsville, where he went on to amass 90 points in 119 career games, being named UCHC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year last year, as well as earning All-America honors. He will join the Rivermen for the final 2 regular season games this weekend and then will remain with the defending President's Cup champions through their title defense in the postseason. So big things happening here at the Adirondack Bank Center, and a big weekend begins tonight as the Comets host the Springfield Thunderbirds, getting set to honor first responders in our area this weekend. Puck drop tonight is at 7. Warm-ups begin in just a few minutes from now as the teams get set to take the ice. I'll have highlights and much more coming your way tonight at 11. Until then, News Channel 2 at 6 will wrap up after the break.
And now, from the Ford Sports Station, here's Sports Director Spencer Davidson.
Good evening. Just 8 games remain in the regular season for the Utica Comets, 6 more at home, including 2 this weekend. It's a special weekend as well. First Responders Appreciation Weekend, all getting underway tonight against the Springfield Thunderbirds. It's hockey night in Utica, everybody. Hey, Alexa, play Bad Boys. The Comets roll out wearing their special UPD-inspired sweaters. Now, these are fire. Well, actually, they wear their UFD uniforms tomorrow. But all will be auctioned to benefit the Save the Day Foundation, local police and fire organizations as well. In the first, T-Birds with a couple of big chances out of the gates, but much like the first responders, Isaac Poulter answering the call, keeping it scoreless early. He'd end up with 19 saves on the night. Latter stages of the frame, Springfield now on the forecheck. Hugh McGing crashing the net, pokes it through Poulter, spent 23 games with the Comets in the dual affiliation COVID year, but puts the Thunderbirds up tonight by 1. Just over a minute later, though, Utica responds. Ethan Edwards, in his odd debut from the point, deflected right to the waiting stick of Ryan Schmelzer, and the captain buries it at the doorstep to knot it right back up at 1 apiece. It'd stay that way until the second, but less than a minute into the frame, Austin Strand off the Mark McLaughlin rebound, the spin around, and fires it home. Sound the sirens. Comets take the lead. Each team scored 1 in the third, with Utica then adding 2 empty netters for insurance. Final 5-3. Comets win their 4th straight. So, Utica now sitting with 63 points on the year. The bad news, though, the Crunch, Monsters, and Senators all winning tonight as well. So, the Comets still 12 points out of a playoff spot. Now 7 games to go. They'll host the Providence Bruins tomorrow night at 7. It was the final day of the round robin in the USA Hockey National Championships, both here in Utica and out of town. On the girls' side, out of town, at the 19U tourney in Cleveland, the Rome Grizzlies beat the Glenview Stars 3-2 to go unbeaten in the Liberty Division, while at the 14U girls' tournament in Florida, New Hartford's Juliana Cracciolo and her New York Dynamo beat Utah Lady Grizzlies 3-2. So with that, both advance to the quarterfinal round tomorrow. Rome will take on the North Suburban Wings from Massachusetts in the morning. The Dynamo face Team South Dakota at noon. Well, elsewhere